So we got a brother that's going to make an observation here in Houston. He's actually off of Bel Air, and he's making an observation about how the Asian community in that area, how they all work with each other to create, many, many businesses. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Man, us black people in America need to do better. When you look around in Houston, a lot of these Korean, foreign people, Chinese, these people come to America and they get more done and established than the black American. So you got to understand, why do these people look at you just the way they look at you? Because look, these people come over here and they get businesses and they start businesses and they put them in their own community. But black people in America, they don't do that. They fight against each other, they argue with each other. But these people come out here, start their own businesses, put them in their own community, spend money with each other, and you don't see no violence within each other. You don't see people all dragging each other down the road, fighting, cursing each other out. These people start businesses and help each other. Come on, black people.
Now, one thing I will say, before I get into definitely some of the good points that he made, was they're not all doing positive things. They got their own criminal underground. It's just not all outside like that, right? The number one criminal enterprise that they have, especially you want to talk about it here in Houston, is those massage parlors. And everybody knows what's going on in those massage parlors. But they are allowed, let me repeat that, they are allowed to do what they're doing because the city and county know what they're doing. The state know. Even the federal government know what they're doing. I just got an article from Great Black Shark I really need to go through, but the preliminary of it say they're making $7.5 billion a year with these massage parlors. And this is criminal enterprises. Now, if black people had a bunch of massage parlors in the same way, trafficking women from Africa, from the Caribbean to be doing the exact same things in those massage parlors, brothers and sisters would be having RICO charges. It'll be perp walks and everything else. They wouldn't allow us to have no criminal enterprise of a bunch of massage parlors. That's definitely number one and two, right? But on the flip side of the criminality part of it, right? Yes, they do work together. I've talked to different groups of Asians. I've talked to Vietnamese. I've talked to Koreans. I've talked to a bunch of them. And many of them told me that a lot of them do, they get together as families. And let's say this particular person wants to start a restaurant. Then all those families get together and they put in some money. They may all put in $10,000 or something like that to help this person get their business started. May help them, they even have their own bank because they got a bank over there in that area called American First Bank. And that's an Asian bank. So that's how cold it is with them. They don't even have to go to Chase or Bank of America if they don't want to. Right there, they got that big old bank in that area. So if they want to start a business, they can go to their own Asian banker and get money if they don't have enough from the people putting into it. See, and we can have the same. We got a black bank in Houston. You got Unity Bank in Houston. Everybody should be going to Unity Bank in Houston to get loans for home loans, car loans, business loans. We got a bank, but how often is Unity Bank giving or even advertising to say, hey, we need to get black people in here to get these business loans? I had one person from Unity Bank contact me one time. We were trying to work with them or whatever. I said, hey, y'all want to do some advertising? Hey, you want to do an interview or something? That way you can get people to come to Unity Bank. You know what I'm saying? And you don't hear anything about it. Didn't really have any follow-up or follow-through. I can get Kellen to reach back out to him. But that's the stuff I'm talking about. They support each other. You can't really complain about a whole lot when you kind of doing things within an ecosystem. Now, at the same time, they're allowed to thrive because they don't have people messing them up. They don't have the government trying to come break what they got going on. They don't have a bunch of the city messing with them with permits all the time. They don't have agents sent in to cause chaos in their area, in their businesses. They don't have any of that. Versus in the black community, we get a little bit, and here we come with chaos agents, Here we come with sabotage and permits. Is always an issue or a problem with black people because no matter what we try to set up, unfortunately, a lot of times, they say like what they got going on right there, we have to be so protected legally. We have to have guards and everything else to protect and everything that we got going on. Not to say we can't do it, but we have to put a little bit more effort, unfortunately. Asians are allowed to thrive like that. Arabs are allowed to thrive. Every other group outside of black is allowed to thrive as a group. But us, we always underneath attack. That's what he's missing out the situation. Yes, we can get together. Yes, we can do different things. And we are doing things as black Americans. We have more business creation today than we had ever. We're making more money today than we ever had, right? But we have to be real about the whole situation is that these other groups also get assistance from the federal government when they come here from asylum claims or just there are different immigrant set-asides, and they usually set aside for businesses. Now, I would give them this. They're not trying to get a job. They're trying to open up a business. And most foreigners that come here, from what I see, for the most part, they want to try to get a business and not a job. If you understand the lifeblood of America, America's built on business. Now, you can hire people for a job, but it's built on business. You're going to make the most money in America when you own a business. You're going to have the most responsibility and the most stress, of course, but it's built on business. And these other groups of people understand that. I've been in the Bel Air. I know all what this brother's talking about. It is all them through there. All them. They don't have to ask nobody nothing. Matter of fact, if somebody's an illegal immigrant here in their community, they can just go stay in that area. Nobody, listen, it's so cold. They had a division I saw in that area of the Houston Police Department, and the cops with them. That's how they got it. But let us, as the black people in Houston, say, hey, we want a division of the Houston Police Department over here. We want all black cops. Oh, we can't do that. That's not, any cop should be able to go. Well, how come they do it? You know what I'm saying? There's a whole lot to some of these things, these other groups versus. That's why you should not really compare one group with another, especially in America, because we're not all treated equally. Now, we was all treated equally, then that was a proper video to make. But unfortunately, we're not all treated the same. And unfortunately, we have a lot of challenges that Asian people don't even face.